Hey, what's up? This is Chris, and today we are going to build the Neo80 in RAW and put MV Expo on it. So I've been waiting for a silver board for MV Expo. This raw Neo80 fits the bill pretty perfect. So let's see what's in here. Let's see what this raw board looks like, and let's get started. So now again, this is a Neo that has just not undergone any anodization. Anodization. It has not undergone any anodization and has not gone any spray coating. Whoa. Wow. I was not expecting this ultra beautiful mirror finish on this. Wow. I mean, it doesn't even look this good in pictures. So here we have the raw Neo. I mean, that is absolutely going to pop with Expo. So let's set that right here. Let's get started. Usually what we do is we build the stabilizers first. So these are the Neo stabs. They are, I swear Neo used to have a box for their stabilizers. Now they're in a plastic bag, but you got to save money somewhere. So in here, these are the legs. These are not the feet. These are the PCB gaskets and the little dumbbells for the PCB. Oh, and then this is the O-ring if you mount the O-ring. These are little like bumpers for the PCB or the plate perhaps. Let's pull out what we got up here. We went with the carbon fiber. It's been our go-to lately. Looks like there's a little flex cut in here. And then we have, of course, this beautiful Neo PCB. And yes, it is the solder version, so we will be soldering this board. There's no hot swaps on here. And so you can tell by the mounting points, there's a lot going on. I can see where the dumbbell would fit. I can see where that gasket would fit. You can also, I'm assuming there's mounting points for some standoffs for the O-ring. So, legs. All right, let's go get the supplies and we'll do these stabilizers. Be right back. All right, there we go. Stabilizers are done. These are the little clips for when we clip them into the PCB. We are done with all of this. Next step is the PCB. So let's get that out. Here we are. Okay. And then last one, let's get our mega spacebar here. I believe it's these two. So the clip goes into the bigger one. Okay. So the spacebar bar is at the top. The other stabs, the bar is at the bottom. So that's just what I meant by it's a little bit opposite when it comes to that one. So there we go. Last thing we need to do is, because these are clipped in, we want to make sure when we're typing they don't unclip. And the way to do that is to flip it over and use these little wedges. So I grab them like that. So the big part is in my tweezers, because the little part is what you're going to wedge in there. So you're going to take that, and we'll start with the space bar. I usually support it from underneath, and then I wedge that little guy in. There's one that's in, and there's one that's partially in. And I'm going to push it in with my finger. And now it's in there. So it goes down in, it press fits down into that opening, and it holds that stabilizer in. Now it's time to put on the plate with the switches, and then we'll flip it over and we'll solder those in. So let's talk about that. We have the HMX Lotus. These are from Milktooth. So we're going to use these, and then we have the carbon fiber plate. So we are going to use our plate fork here to keep that separation, since we are not using foam. So we're not going to have the foam to keep that natural separation in there. And it will look something like that. As you can see, this is another area right here where it's a little bit different. This is for the stepped caps. So I believe the stepped caps is the one shifted further to the left. So that's the one we're going to roll with here. Now, again, this is the Win keyless version. So there's going to be blockers here and here. So I believe it's Alt, Alt, and then Control, Control. That's perfect. All right, so there we go. We got the space we want in here. And this lines up with the side of the board. Then that blocker is going to go right in there. So perfect. So we're going to set these keys aside. We need to heat up the soldering iron and get these switches in. They're forever home. All right, here we go. So we're about to solder up the board. We have our exhaust fan, so it's going to get a little loud here. We're going to start up here. We're going to kind of work through some of the odd keys, and then we'll go through the rows. So, all right, here we go. All right, so I think we're good. I just gave it a good once over. Made sure that every switch is soldered in. Next step, in order to do this, you gotta drop it in. So we gotta drop it in and then plug it into VIA, do the key tester, make sure everything tests out. And then if everything is good, we'll finish the board off. All right, here we are. Oof. This is amazing. So this is the raw Neo80 board. It's still in the plastic. I almost don't want to unwrap it. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, you almost just want to wear gloves. Honestly, I probably should really wash my hands before I start, because I'm going to be taking this apart, putting stuff in, putting it together. It's inevitable. All right. I'm actually going to go wash my hands. I'll be right back. Oh my gosh. This is so nice. Oh my goodness. All right. I've never opened a Neo80 before. Oh! It just pops right off. All right, let's set this over here. And then let's drop in our PCB. Boom, keyboard setup assistant. LED is lighting up. Wow, all right. Those two keys work. All right, so let's pop in to Chrome. And let's go to VIA. And we'll fire up the key tester. Okay. Everything, well, F11's not lighting up, but when I hit it, the desktop, goes back and forth, so I know it's working. And also the print, scroll, and pause aren't lighting up, but they're making the screen brightness do things. So I think we're good. Tool. Okay, now we're going to choose our mounting setup. Okay, here's the brass feet. Let me put a few in my hand for the camera. I guess they're brass pillars, but they screw in to these little holes every so often, and that's the mounting method by which the plate sits on these little holes here, and it sits on these pillars. Then there's these washers I see where you can cover the tops of the pillars, and they appear to be kind of foam, like a foam of some sort. They're kind of slightly squishy. So I believe you put those on top. And then when the plate sits on that, it cushions it just that much more. So there's one right down here. I'm gonna screw those in. Because I see what it is. It's like a force brake for these pillars, actually. At least that's what I'm going with. This is the diffuser. So it's this little black, opaque kind of rubbery plastic thing. And it goes down over that multicolored LED. Kind of takes the edge off as it shines through the feature above the arrow keys over there on the right side. All right, we got this all mounted. Let's put the top back on. Oh, that is awesome. All right. And you know what? Before we put the keycaps on, let's flip it over and put those legs on. I don't know. Do we want gray? Do we want black? Or gray? I think the black have a better contrast. They look better, I think. Okay, let's get these keycaps on. I'm already loving this combination. Of course, this row here, I see what they're doing. All rows are a single color. There it is. Finish and design of the board complements the keys, I think. It's a good match. So, all right, let's plug it in and do a little sound test. There you have it. I love the sound. I love the brightness of it. There's a marbliness to it. The space bar fits right in. The mods are all responsive. Deep. Oh, this start to finish, this turned out awesome. So let's get the mic out here and finish this off. All right, well there you have it. This turned out awesome. It was very fun to build. I liked everything about this build. Let's flip it over one last time. We have the copper weight. We got the Neo inscription there on the bottom. Absolutely beautiful. With just that gorgeous finish with the raw. And then, of course, this MV Expo. I mean, what a fun, unique keycap set. Just super unique. So, I would say that was a win. So, Neo80, MV Expo, best friends. All right, so thanks for hanging out, coming along for the ride as we built this. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments below. I'll see you for the next one. Peace.